I'm Chris Schneider. Welcome to the Camdenton Lakers Football Coaches Show with head coach Jeff Shore, brought to you by COMC. And Coach, I just want to start off by thanking you for giving us your time, spending your time to do this with us every week throughout the season. It's really great to talk to you.
Hey, thank you for the coverage for the Camdenton Lakers. We really appreciate it, so thank you.
Yeah, okay, so can't really start off with anything but talking about what kind of a crazy year it's been. The last time I talked to you, the end of last season, I mean, who could have foreseen this coming? You were already thinking about camps ahead in the summer and everything like that. Has all of that been affected by what's been going on with the COVID?
Yeah, we've been pretty fortunate, honestly. We've gotten all of our scheduled days in. We had to arrange them a little bit, rearrange them. We had to push it back a week in our start date in June. But that really didn't affect us other than just trying to get the communication out to our kids, those kind of things. And our kids have done a good job of that, of paying attention and knowing what's going on. That's not easy to do. Everybody's scattered different places, especially at Lake the Ozarks. So we did get all our days in, so we feel really good about that. Actually got a few more days in than what we normally do.
Really?
Yeah. There was a few things we added to the schedule. We got to add a little bit in fear that maybe we might not get those,
Yep.
And so it's really been a good summer. Kids have worked hard, and fortunately we haven't been, we've been able to kind of sidestep and meander through the mess, a little bit, and had a real good summer so far.
We're talking with Camdenton Lakers head football coach Jeff Shore. You are kind of becoming, you got your dad's name on the stadium behind you there. You're kind of becoming a legend here with your success the last few years. Last year, one loss. You lost to the eventual state champions, and we talked before that game. You said, I think the team that wins this game is going to win the state championship, and I think you were right.
Yeah, that game was 21 at half, and
Yep.
really honestly didn't catch many breaks that game. We ended up a pretty close ball game. Still had a chance, 9 minutes to go or so, and kind of went south on us. So obviously we had a very good ball club last year. Had a good ball club year before that. Had a good ball club year before that. We've had some good ones, So
Yeah.
no other team scored on them the rest of the way. So we felt pretty good that we put 34 on the board that night.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't our night. They were a very good football team by Coach Roderick, who's Webb City's head coach. By his own admission, one of the best teams they've ever had come through there. And if you follow high school football at all, that's a pretty big statement. So,
that is. With Webb City and the way they play year after year, that is a big statement.
So, I couldn't be prouder of our guys, our teams. Really competed and played well. And just a fantastic year last year. A lot of fun and a lot of great memories.
Yeah, absolutely. Big changes this year. Lost a star quarterback who is now playing at MSU, I believe.
He has transferred since then. He's at Central Methodist. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
didn't know that. Paxton
Paxton,
DeLorean.
yep, correct.
Yeah, great quarterback for you. So you'll have a whole lot of new faces, some new leaders coming in, so it was important to get that time this summer. How's it looking as you get ready to head into the season?
Yeah, when you talk about Paxton, he was the offensive player of the year in the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
So, that's a pretty big statement. Anytime you lose a guy like that, that's hard to replace, obviously. And we lost a bunch of other really good players. Some really good receivers. You go down the line. We had some really good players last year on offense and defensive side of the football. So, we got a lot of guys. I'm going to say this: we've got a lot of guys that I feel like are ready to play. They just don't have a lot of experience yet. So, our goal has been to try to get some experience to a lot of different positions. Obviously the quarterback position is one of them.
Yeah.
But those receivers, the defensive side of the football, the down linemen, those kind of things are. We just had a lot of guys that graduated last year, so we've got to get a lot of guys some experience in this off season.
Yeah, and as I look at the schedule, it's not like you're getting many breaks right off the bat. So we'll come back. We'll talk to Coach Shore about what the schedule's looking like. It all gets started this week on the road, so that'll be interesting. We're talking with Coach Jeff Shore of the Camdenton Lakers. We'll be right back right after this. What is COMC? A health center where everyone has access to high-quality, affordable medical, dental, and behavioral health care, regardless of insurance or ability to pay. Offering primary care, preventative, chronic, pediatrics, and OBGYN. COMC even offers comprehensive dental and same-day emergency care. A health center that focuses on every aspect of your health. Everything your family needs to stay healthy. At COMC, your health is our mission.
Polylift boat lifts. Boaters everywhere have relied on Polylift boat lifts to raise their boat up and out of the water time and time again. Polylift boat lifts are made of the finest materials and offer a lifetime warranty on the tanks. Stop by Polylift and see the huge selection of wet steps, water toys, and dock accessories. You can even shop online at polylift.com. Polylift boat lifts. You know what they say.
We got time to build boat lifts. We build Polylifts.
Who has my charger? My Hy-Vee grocery cart's about to die.
Will you take our picture with my Hy-Vee grocery cart?
Absolutely. Hey, is that the latest Hy-Vee grocery cart?
Yeah. Please put your Hy-Vee grocery carts in airplane mode for takeoff.
Sir, you left your Hy-Vee grocery cart on the table.
Oh, thank you.
Download the all-new Hy-Vee shopping app. It's the fresh way to shop fresh.
Please be courteous and silence your Hy-Vee grocery carts.
Hey, movie starting. Yeah. I'm almost done with my grocery shopping.
Back with Camdenton Lakers head football coach Jeff Shore, coming off an amazing season last year, undefeated during the regular season, one playoff loss to the eventual state champion. It's been a crazy year, but you got through it. You told us your summer has been okay, and you got your time in. So the season starts this week, this Friday night, and as I looked at the schedule, it's like there's a lot of road games on there. You guys have to play away from home a lot this year.
First, you gave me a little shot of adrenaline there, saying that the game is, coming up in this week. Sometimes you go through the whole summer and all this uncertainty, we've had. So,
yeah,
and that just gave me a little tingle right
there.
Hey,
there you go. We're almost there, baby.
Yeah, we're getting there. So that's exciting. I love playing ball games. Our kids love playing games. So to know we got that coming down the pipe is really something that gets you going. Gets the juices flowing.
Yeah,
so, road games. I mean, we do have an early. Very tough schedule early. Kickapoo is one of the favorites in the conference on the road, and then followed up by Waynesville, who's also one of the favorites in the conference. So,
and they really came on last year. Waynesville, did they got better as the season went on?
You are correct. They've done a really good job. This is their coach's third year now, and he's done a good job there, Coach Haynes, and so those are two really tough opponents right off the bat. And then we get a home game there, and then we turn around and go back on the road to West Plains, who's another conference favorite.
Yeah.
So anytime you go to West Plains, that's a tough trip. And then Bolivar, who was a really good ball club last year as well, we'll have them at home. But you're right. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. The first part of our schedule is really loaded and on the road. So we've got our work cut out for us.
That makes it tough when might have been a little easier last year because you had a lot of veteran leadership coming back and a quarterback coming back. This year, all that's changed, and you take them on the road right away. You don't have that friendly home crowd. That might just make it a little more interesting.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions this year. You're right. Last year we came in, we were a pretty veteran crew, honestly, and pretty confident in what we had going. Knew what we had, and this year, like you said, we've got a inexperienced group on the road. So we really talked to them about, hey, one of the things we do well here is stick together. No matter, we plan on winning every ball game every year. But if you get a bump in the road or two, stay together. I went all the way back to the 2011 season. Our first year we started out 2-5.
Ooh.
Which, if you follow Laker football, that's not very good,
Yeah.
I'd be down at Walmart and people would ask me, well, what's your dad's advice? I said, well, he doesn't have any advice. He's never been that bad. But that crew, I'll tell you what, Murphy Ward, Chase Nugent, those guys, Barnaby, they just had some guys on there, Simpson, that they just said, you know what, we're going to stick together. And they really did a great job of that. And that crew rallied and came back, and we had a fantastic ball team, went all the way to the state quarterfinals.
Wow.
So that's proof kind of in the pudding, as you say, that we look at, and that's all about, kind of that Laker tradition and sticking together. So, we really preach that, especially with an inexperienced crew, and especially like you said, with our season starting out as a pretty challenging one.
Yeah. So what's going to be the key this Friday night on the road, Kickapoo? They're going to be tough this year, or people expect them to be tough this year. It's a tough way to start the season. What's the key?
Well, the key is, they've got a good young group. Our freshmen played them last year. I think a lot of those sophomores will be playing this year. A couple pretty good tailbacks, a new quarterback. So I think, from the defensive perspective, we're probably going to lean on our defense a lot early on, being that our offense may take a little bit to get going. Just the fact that we've replaced so many cogs in our offense. So we got to stop the run game, number one, and get the ball in their hands a little bit. So that'll be the key really to the ball game is kind of lean on the defense. I think our defense is going to be very fast. I think they'll match up well with those guys. So if we can do a great job there and then give that offense time to kind of get his feet underneath it and get to rolling, and I think that'll be that's the key to the ball game for us.
Cool. Well, it's exciting. The season is almost here. We've been waiting for it. We were wondering if it was ever going to come, and by golly, it has come. And we are so looking forward to sitting down with you, Coach, every week and talking about Laker wins every week, hopefully. But thank you so much for the time, and we look forward to a great season.
Hey, I appreciate you guys being here, and like I said, we always get fantastic support from our community. It's unbelievable. So it's we're very fortunate here. And we know it, and we feel very lucky, and our kids are going to always play as hard as they can to try to give the people their money's worth, I guess you'd say. So appreciate you being here.
Go Lakers, beat Kickapoo.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the Camdenton Lakers Football Coaches Show with head coach Jeff Shore, brought to you by COMC.